Today I'm going to show you how I stretch and move my body. So I talk a lot about stretching the fascia, connective tissue, how to do it. But some people ask, what is it that you do when you are at the gym or at night when you feel like you need to stretch? So I'm going to show you. So I don't have a specific plan even. I'm just going to kind of do what I do when I get to my mat. So I think what I'll do is start down today. We should have a block on hand, maybe yoga mat. Okay, so starting out, just settling in, arms at your side. I find myself initially grounding, meaning I want my nervous system to connect with my body. How do you do that? Well, you become aware of your connection with the floor. So I feel the length in the back of my neck. I connect my hands to the floor, not just rest them there, but connect them. It opens up my chest, drops my shoulder blades down my back. Then I notice my rib cage. Am I dropping down one side? Do I feel more pressure in one rib cage than the other? If you do, that tells you something. Good. Next, I kind of think about my lower back. So I don't want my back how to tilt flat all the way. I actually connect my sacrum and have just gentle little space below my lower back. Next, I ground my feet. So I feel like I have 50-50 body weight distribution in both of my legs, and I want to feel my footprint in the sand. So the pad of the big toe, pad of the pinky toe, and the heel. I often have to push the pad of my pinky toe on the left foot down, and when I do, all of a sudden I'm more aware of the connection of my left leg. And I just take a moment to breathe. Exhale. Inhale, full breath. Exhale, full breath. When you push all the air out, you activate your diaphragm, which is part of your core. Inhale. Exhale. Next, I think about my transverse abdominis. So, placing my fingertips on the hip bones, I go in 1 inch, and I cough. I feel that transverse, that muscle that wraps like a belt, lift my fingers up when I cough. It's a good way to find it. Just kind of waking it up. So I'm almost acting as if I'm creating a sandwich for my pelvis. So my sacrum is pressed down. My transverse is lifted up. So the two of them are acting like a support system for my pelvis. My right and my left hip are level. I'm going to engage my transverse for about 5 seconds. I can tell I haven't been doing as much work on it because it isn't as forceful as it can be. Good, so I push my fingers down, I contract, I feel that contraction, I hold it. Next I'm going to move into supine marches, using my transverse diaphragm as my support stabilization. I'm going to push through my left foot, stabilize my hips as I bring the right knee towards my chest. Keep your hips level. By keeping your hands here, you can tell if you drop. Typical, so this is where my hip would want to drop. So I have to actually manually adjust my pelvis as I lift my left leg up. When you make those adjustments that aren't natural when you do this, your brain is being educated to try to find symmetry within your body. So again, as I lift my left leg, I can just tell my stabilization is going to fall out. So I have to shift that right hip bone down. That keeps it level. I push a little bit extra through my right foot as I bring my left foot up. And then slow on the way down. Everything just kind of contorted in my body to stabilize. I'm going to do one more on each side. Still kind of waking up my nervous system. Good. And now finding that my adjustments much easier to adjust. To find that neutral pelvis, as I've done it a few times, my brain has figured it out. Good. Arms lengthen. Now I'm going to do a little bit of a pelvic tilt and flatten my lower back. I'm going to lift up just a baby bit into a bridge, and I'm going to shift my hips from side to side. When I'm doing this, I'm releasing some of the tension in my rib cage, near the vertebrae and my mid-spine. Just kind of getting some motion. I don't have any chronic back pain issues, so this feels okay to do, but if you do, sometimes lateral movement can be irritating. If that's the case, minimize your range of motion and just maybe hold center in stable level hips. Good, now I'm going to lower down a little bit as I go through, and a little bit lower. My right rib cage is really tight, and I'm going to put a little bit of pressure into the floor, trying to adjust my fascia. Next, just because I feel like it, I'm going to try to connect even further my right rib cage into the floor, and I'm going to shift or slice my body to the left about an inch. My left glute is active and strong. I'm just trying to create my own fascia stretch in my rib cage, paraspinals on the right side of my body. When you're doing fascia stretches, it's compression, activation, resistance, and then gentle movement that gets the fascia stretch rather than the muscle. I feel like that released a little bit. I'm just going to recheck it. Still a little tight, but better. And bring your knees to your chest. I'm going to give myself a little curl, a little lift. Good. Move my head around. And check to see how my hamstrings and quads are feeling by reaching my legs up. I'm pointing. You can almost see my leg length is different. So my right leg is longer than my left. And it actually was measured, the bone, so it's not coming from my pelvis. I'm going to drop my right foot down and bring it back up to re-stretch. Bring it back down on the left and back up. I'm going to continue with these just to feel a little bit of gentle nervous system awakening, because you can feel that nervous system tension in your legs as you really reach them up to the sky with full effort. Good. Maybe I'll do one more on each side after I finish this one. Down, reaching that left leg strong as the right one comes up. Down with the left, straighten as it comes up. Turn it out so heels are pushed together. I'm going to lower my heels, knees go wide. All the while I'm pressing, a little cramp in my foot, normal. My heels together for resistance. I'm just getting a little connective tissue stretch in my legs. Press the heels together, open the knees, press it back up. Okay, parallel feet, bend, bring one foot down at a time, support the back. Next, I'm just going to stretch my arms up overhead. Maybe just do a little tilt, Good. Good, reach it back. Keep the arms back, bring the ribs down. Holding that to feel that opposition. Releasing the shoulders, maybe a little bit higher up in the back than the one before. Good, keeping those arms extended, lift the hips just a baby bit. Good, reaching those arms long, lower it a couple inches. Just really releasing that whole upper back is just really just kind of rounded and tense today. Working at the computer too long. I'm going to lift my left hip bone up and back down, right hip bone up. You can do these anytime you want, just for a nice, easy, feel-good body stretch, body awakening. Good, swing those arms down. I'm going to hug again. Good, turning to look to the right and left. Curl it up. I'm going to bring my hands back behind my head, my legs up to 90 degrees. From here, alternating toe taps. Find that stabilization. You can see that your pelvis is staying level here as you're moving. Let the breath move, the core is working. Your diaphragm on your exhales helps to activate the core along with the transverse. 4. Good, stay nice and easy. 3, 2, one more each side. Good. Both feet down, come down to rest, little core activation. Next, I'm going to stretch the piriformis, the connective tissue and fascia in my right glute. That's an area that whenever I have opportunities to pay a little attention to my body, that I focus on. So to do this, you cross the ankle over the knee, and let this knee open away from you. Check in, make sure that your hips are level. I'm going to curl up and take both hands on the outside of my knee. I'm going to resist my knee away from me and my ankle into my thigh. So my right leg is reaching away, and then I use the strength of my arms to bring it across. I hear a clunk of muscle tissue every time I bring my leg in, right about there. So that is dehydrated muscle. My piriformis was damaged due to a chronic hamstring tear off my butt bone. And I've been working really hard to rehydrate the piriformis and stretching the fascia around the muscle fibers, in the muscle, around the muscle, helps to do that. Knee resists away. I'm going to do one more on this side. Really kick that heel away. That's going to change it ever so slightly. Good. And coming down to rest. Take a deep breath in. Big exhale out. I feel like I want to just straighten that leg down for a second. And now I'm going to switch the left ankle crosses over. Let those hips adjust a little bit. Check to see that the hip didn't drop on the left, that you are level. Finding those adjustments if you need to. Both hands are going to grab on the outside of the knee. The ankle resists away, the knee resists away. So everything resists away until you feel it in the glute on the left side. Once you have that, use the strength of your arms to pull the knee across. Open it without resistance. Press the knee out. Come out across. Press it out. This one also snaps a little bit, but not as much as the right. And across. One more time. Press it out. And across. Knees to the chest. Good. I'm going to roll this up. I'm going to finish my little feel-good body work today with a little bit of resistance for my neck. So I get chronic tension headaches in the left side of my neck. So I do a lot of fascia stretches for my neck to rebalance out those muscles and tissues. And then I readjust my head position, the opposite of what my head likes to be when I'm sleeping. And that really has decreased the number of tension headaches that I experience. So first, I'm going to switch to the right side of my neck here. So I'm going to lower my right ear towards my right shoulder, so you shorten that distance. Next, my hand comes up to my temple. Press the head down into the hand, using the strength of the arm. Bring your head back up to center, and maybe over a little bit. Bring it back down without resistance. Press the head down, pause, making sure you feel it in the neck. Bring the head up and over. I'm going to do it one more time here. Resisting. Good. Now I'm going to vary a little bit. So I'm going to go on the diagonal because I'm a little bit tight here in the back of the neck. Pressing the head back on the diagonal, and then I'm going to bring my head forward on the diagonal as if my nose is going towards my opposite knee. Bringing it back, resist back. Bring the head forward. One more time back. And forward. Arm comes down to rest. My arm is getting a workout. Extra bonus. Now left side, lowering the ear to the shoulder, so you're shortening the side of the neck. Press the head down into the hand to activate. Use the strength of the head, or the hand, to bring the head up and over. This side feels more icky, but my right side's actually the culprit. It's a little bit tighter on the right, and then I have aggravated trigger points on the left. As I continue to do this, things are popping and cracking, but nothing hurts. And I'm going to find my adjustment on the back diagonal. Ooh, I feel that right in my right shoulder. Ironic, right? Because I'm stretching. Oh boy, something needs to crack. The left side of my neck. You'll find those things happening. It just shows you the connection. The fascia is connected throughout our whole body. So I'm doing a little chin tuck, tilt up. I'm looking up on the diagonal, resisting back into my hand. And now my head is coming forward by my hand pushing down. Let's do one more here. Resist back. And come forward. Shoulders up and back and down. Maybe go a little bit across. Hold it for a few seconds. Let's add some fascia stretches. Open it up. Resist the arm this way. And then I'm going to use my other arm to pull it across. Open it. Resist it this way. Bring it across. One more. Open. Resist. Feel it in that left shoulder area, left shoulder blade. That just opened up my shoulder a lot more. Other arm across, classic stretch, very light, not pulling. Let the tissue know that you're going to do some work there. Open up the arm, resist this arm this way, so top arm resists out, bottom one pulls it across while you maintain the resistance. Open it, resist it, focus on where it's coming from, all around that right shoulder. One more time, open, resist, draw it across. And let it rest. I feel warmed up, I feel good. Sometimes I'll just do that and then I'll leave the gym, or maybe I'll do something before or after that. So that's just a little sequence that I do, a variation of that myself to get my body feeling good. Thanks and have a great day. Bye.